Good day everyone! Once again, welcome to my channel. Ngayon naman ay tuturuan ko kayo kung paano kumuha ng terms from a given sequence. If you are ready, umpisahan na natin. Our task is to write the first 5 terms of the sequence. Dahil first 5 terms ang hinihingi, to answer this problem, s of n equals 2n minus 1, gagamitin natin yung values na 1 to 5 kapalit ng variable na n. Ibig sabihin, at first, s of 1 is 2 times 1 minus 1. And 2 times 1 is 2 minus 1. Of course, the answer is 1. Ibig sabihin, our first term here is 1. Next, we have s of 2. We have 2 times 2 minus 1. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 1. So the answer is 3. Our next term here is 3. For the third term, look for s of 3. And that is 2 times 3 minus 1. 2 times 3, 6, then minus 1. The answer is 5. So our third term here is 5. For the fourth term, we have s of 4. That is 2 times 4 minus 1. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 1. The answer is 7. So next term is 7. And lastly, we have s of 5. That is 2 times 5 minus 1. And 2 times 5 is 10 minus 1. The answer is 9. So 9 is our fifth term. Again, the first 5 terms of the sequence 2 and minus 1 are what? 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Ito na yan. Example number 2, s of n is equal to 1 over n times the quantity n plus 1. Katulad nung ating example 1, we'll be using numbers 1 to 5 na kapalit ng variable n. Unahin natin yung s of 1. What is s of 1? So we have here 1 over 1 times the quantity 1 plus 1. Again, if you notice, instead of using n, pinaltan ko na siya ng 1. Okay? Then let us compute. We have 1 over 1 times the sum of 1 and 1 is 2. And so happened that in the denominator, the product of 1 and 2 is 2. Ibig sabihin, our first term here is 1 half. Next, we have s of 2 is equivalent to 1 over 2 times the quantity 2 plus 1. And then continue, we have 1 over 2 times 2 plus 1 is 3. And so happened that in the denominator, the product of 2 and 3 is 6. Meaning, our next term is 1 over 6. For s of 3, replace n using 3. So that is 1 over 3 times the quantity 3 plus 1. That is 1 over 3 times 4. Nagkataon, ang 3 times 4 sa ilalim ay 12. That means, ang next term natin is 1 over 12. Okay? For s sub 4, replace n using 4. So, palitan natin. Okay? So, we have here 4 and then 4. So, we have 1 over 4 and then 4 plus 1 is 5, meaning our answer is 1 over 20. At ito yung ating fourth term. Okay? And lastly, for our s sub 5 or s of 5, palitan natin yung n using 5. So we have 1 over 5 times the quantity 5 plus 1. Then copy 5 in the denominator. So happy that 5 plus 1 is 6. And 5 times 6 is 30. Ibig sabihin, our fifth term here is 1 over 30. Again, from the general term, 1 over n times the quantity n plus 1. Our first term is 1 over 2. Next is 1 over 6, followed by 1 over 12. And then we have 1 over 20. And lastly is 1 over 30. So ito ngayon, yung first 5 terms dito sa sequence na 1 over n times the quantity n plus 1. Ito na yan.